Good morning, students. Today I will be discuss with you people carboxylic acid, aldehyde and ketone. Already we have discussed. Now today the term is a carboxylic acid. Now the point is this: कि why the name is coming that carboxylic acid. So we know that about the carboxylic acid कि they contain C double O H. In this way it is going to attach. If you will be see in carboxylic acid, two groups are available here. One group is this is a carbonyl group, and this is hydroxyl group. So that meaning two group are available here, carbonyl and hydroxyl group. From the carbonyl, carb part is there, and from the hydroxyl, oxyl part is there. So carb plus oxyl, so combinedly it is a carboxylic. IC we have added it there, carboxylic group, and all the member of this group are show the acidic behavior. That is why this is carboxylic acid. So that is the way by which we can say that that is coming a carboxylic group. Now if I will discuss about the carboxylic group, so it is of two types. One is aliphatic, and second is aromatic. If I will be talk about the aliphatic, so that is very simple. If any alkyl chain is present, any alkyl chain is present with carboxylic group, then this will be the aliphatic. Like if I will be discuss the example, this is CH3COOH, CH3CH2COOH. So that is alkyl chain. So I can say that they are the aliphatic carboxylic acid. If any aryl group is there, then this will be the aromatic carboxylic. Like if I will discuss the example with you people, suppose this is the aryl group and this COOH is available here, so this is the aromatic. Or I can say that this is C6H5 phenyl, that is the aryl group, and COOH is available here, so that is a benzoic acid. Or I can say that this is a aromatic carboxylic acid. So this is about the carboxylic acid, why its name is coming carboxylic acid, and how we can classify the carboxylic acid, that I have discussed aliphatic and aromatic. Now the carboxylic compound which contain carbon 12 to carbon 18, that meaning carbon 12 to carbon 18, any carboxylic compound which contain the number of carbon is 12 to 18, so they are called fatty acids. This is the main point. Keep in mind what are the fatty acids. Fatty acids meaning the carbon compound which contains carbon 12 to carbon 18, they are called fatty acids. Like if I will discuss the example, that will be the glycerol, like this. Now if I am coming here on this, so that will be the topic here, nomenclature. How to give the nomenclature of the carboxylic acid. Nomenclature. So two things are there for nomenclature. First thing is there, if we will be count the carbon which are present in the carboxylic. If we count carbon present in carboxylic, that meaning COOH, this carbon if I will be counted, then the prefix will be there oic acid. So prefix will be there oic acid, that we know. Second thing is there, if we do not count, if we do not count carbon present in carboxylic, that meaning this carbon if I will be not count in a chain, then this will be a carboxylic acid, then the prefix will be coming as a carboxylic acid. So these 2 points are very important, so please keep in your mind when the oic acid will come, when we will count the carbon which are present in the carboxylic, then the oic acid will come, and when the carboxylic acid will come, when we will not count the carbon which are present in carboxylic group, then this will be coming as a carboxylic acid. Now let's see how we will give the name of these compounds. So this will be like, now in a nomenclature we will discuss about their common name and their IUPAC name. Suppose I'm writing the compound here, this is HCOOH. Here I will be write the common name, and here I will be write the IUPAC name. Now common name of HCOOH is formic acid, and you can see we are going to count the carbon which are present in carboxylic. So simply for one carbon, methane is there. From the methane, E I will be remove it and I will be added there oic acid. So this is methanoic acid, because I am going to count the carbon which are present in carboxylic. Same, suppose I am going with the second member. So this is CH3COOH. The common name of this is acetic acid. This is acetic acid. Now I want to give the IUPAC name. So this will be 1, 2. Again I am going to count the carbon which are present in the carboxylic. For 2 carbon it is ethane, I have removed it, and for carboxylic we know that oic acid is there. So this is ethanoic acid. This is the name. Same, I'm going with the third member. Suppose I will be go with the third member. So this will be CH3CH2COOH. This is CH3CH2COOH. This is propionic acid. The common name is there propionic acid. Propionic acid. If you want to give its IUPAC name, so what will be their IUPAC name? So count it there, 1, 2, 3. So that will be 3 carbon. Again I am counted the carbon which are present in carboxylic. So for 3 carbon, this is propane. E I have removed it and I will add it here oic acid. So this is a propanoic acid. So that I have discussed with you people in which the direct chain is present. Suppose now I am giving you this COOH, this is, and single bond COOH. You can see now both side the carboxylic group is available here. If I will be discuss about its common name, so this is common name is there oxalic acid. Its common name is there oxalic acid. Now I want to give its IUPAC name. So this will be 1 and this will be 2. So 2 carbon is there. For 2 carbon, what is the name of the alkane? This is ethane. Now the carboxylic group is lying on 1 and 2 both the number. So 1,2-di. 1 2 di, because the carboxylic group is lying on both the numbers. So ethane 1 2 di. For this oic acid is coming because the carbon are counted on the carboxylic 1 2 di oic acid. So this is the IUPAC name. Same, suppose I am giving you, this is COOH single bond CH2 single bond COOH. Suppose this I have given you, then what to do? The name of this is malonic acid. The common name of this is malonic acid. Malonic acid. Same IUPAC name I want to give. This is 1 2 3. So for 3 carbon, what will be coming? This is propane. So this is propane. Now carboxylic group is lying on 1 and 3rd number. So 1 3 dioic 1 3 dioic acid. So this is the IUPAC name. Suppose I am going to change it now. I am going to increase it like this is COOH single bond CH2 whole twice COOH. This is, so you can check out. I am going to increase the CH2. Its common name is there succinic acid. Its common name is there succinic acid. Succinic acid. Now IUPAC name if you want to give, so this will be what? 1 2 3 and 4, because 2 carbon is available here. So 1 2 3 and 4. So 4 is coming. This is butane. So carboxylic is lying on 1 number and 4th number. So 1 4 dioic acid. Dioic acid. Same, suppose I am going with the next one, so I can increase here the same thing. COOH single bond CH2 whole 3 single bond COOH. I am going to increase it. So this is the common name of this is that is glutaric acid. Glutaric acid. Glutaric acid. This is glutaric acid. Now the IUPAC name if you want to give, so 1 2 3 4, because 3 carbon is available here, 4 5. So this will be there, but 5 carbon is what? Pentane. This is pentane 1 5 dioic acid. 1 5 dioic acid. So that is, suppose I am going to discuss with you the next one, and that next one is the important one also. Suppose I am going to change it here. This is like I've changed it here now 4. This is COOH single bond CH2 4 single bond COOH. Now this is the important one. Its common name you will see in the some chapter also, that whenever you will go with the polymer chapter, then you can see it is. So this common name is adipic acid. This is adipic acid, and very simple IUPAC name you can give 1 2 3 4 5, because 4 carbon is available here, and this is 6. So I can say that hexane 1 6 dioic acid. Oic acid. This is. Now I hope that will be very easy for you. Now I am going with you people the next that discuss about the aliphatic one. I hope you have understand about this. The common name also please keep in mind, because the common name is also the important. That is why I have discussed with you people. Now I am going with you people some aryl group IUPAC naming, that meaning some aromatic compounds IUPAC naming. So that will be how it will be there. Suppose I am having here, this is here COOH group is lying. So very simple, we can say that this is benzoic acid. The common name is also benzoic acid. Benzoic acid, and their IUPAC name is also the same, this is benzoic acid. This is. Now we can give one more name to this. Suppose I'm not giving the naming of this carbon, so on that time this will be the benzene, this will be benzene. And in that rule I have teach you, if I will not give the name of this carbon, then that will be the carboxylic acid. So this is benzene carboxylic acid, benzene carboxylic acid, that is the name. Same, suppose I'm going with you people one more compound name. This is suppose I'm writing here, this is, that is here CH2 single bond COOH. This is. Now how to give the name? So if I will discuss about the common name, so this is a phenyl acetic acid, this is phenyl and this is acetic acid. The common name is there phenyl acetic acid, phenyl acetic acid. Now the IUPAC naming I want to give, so I will give the name from that side from where the carboxylic group will become nearest. So this will be 1 and 2. On second number that phenyl group is lying, so I can say that this is 2 phenyl, and for 2 carbon this is acetic acid, so its naming is coming 2 phenyl acetic acid, 2 phenyl acetic acid. This is. Now suppose on the benzene ring, this is the benzene ring, and on the adjacent position, like this is COOH and this is COOH, on the adjacent position I'm going to apply the carboxylic, then its common name is there phthalic acid. This is phthalic acid, this is the common name. Now I want to give the IUPAC name, so how I will be give? Suppose this is the benzene, this is benzene, this is benzene. Now on which number the carboxylic group is lying here, I can suppose that this is the number 1, this is the number 2. So 1,2 dicarboxylic acid, because I'm not counting these 2 carbon which are present in the carboxylic. So benzene 1,2 dicarboxylic acid. So this is the IUPAC name. I hope easily you have understand about their IUPAC name. There is no problem with you in this IUPAC naming. Now I'm going to discuss with you people about the methods of preparation of carboxylic acid, how we will prepare the carboxylic acid. Methods of preparation of carboxylic acid. Methods of preparation of carboxylic acid. Methods of preparation of carboxylic acid. The first of all I'm going with the method. This is very simple. This is from primary alcohol. The method is there. First is from primary alcohol. Already we have discussed this method in the alcohol topic whenever we are going to discuss the chemical properties of alcohol. So primary alcohol are readily oxidized to carboxylic acid. That we know that ki primary alcohol, they are directly converted into carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid, if I will be oxidize it in the presence of KMnO4. This KMnO4, it can be of any medium. It can be in acidic medium, it can be in neutral medium, or it can be in basic medium. In any medium it can be possible. Same, I can use it there potassium dichromate, that is in acidic medium, or I can use it there chromium trioxide, that is should be also in acidic medium. I can use it there K2Cr2O7, this is in acidic medium. I can use it CrO3 H2SO4. This is also in acidic medium. So if I will be use these oxidizing agent, either this one, either this one, either this one, then the primary alcohol that is converted into directly carboxylic acid. Like if I will discuss the example, suppose I am having here CH3 CH2OH. This is CH3 CH2OH, and it is going to oxidize in the presence of alkaline KMnO4. This is in alkaline medium. I have told you, if the KMnO4 will be there, then there is it can be of in any medium, so easily it will be give us the compound. So now this directly I can say that this is directly converted into the carboxylic, that meaning this CH2OH group, it can be converted into directly COOH group. So directly you can indicate there. So already I have discussed with you people in alcohol, phenol and ether also, that is I am not going in more detail. So this is the from primary alcohol we are getting it here, what, carboxylic acid. Now suppose I am having the aldehyde here, suppose I am having the aldehyde here. So how I can make the carboxylic from the aldehyde? What is the way? So second point I can say that I can make the carboxylic from aldehyde also. From aldehyde. This aldehyde, as we know that if I will be use the mild oxidizing agent, if I will be use the mild oxidizing agent, then aldehyde is converted into carboxylic acid. This is in the presence of mild oxidizing agent. Mild oxidizing agent. Now the point is this, what are the mild oxidizing agent? Already we have discussed this also in the previous chapter. About in the previous topic, that aldehyde and ketone one I have discussed with you. The mild oxidizing agent are there. This is aldehyde. Suppose I am using here toluene reagent. Toluene reagent, that I have told you, in the presence of toluene reagent also, this aldehyde group is converted into carboxylic. That meaning on the time also I will be getting it there carboxylic. This is, or suppose I am having aldehyde, the second mild oxidizing agent that I have discussed with you people, this is the Fehling solution. Fehling solution already I have discussed with you in the aldehyde and ketone one topic. Then because this is also a mild oxidizing agent, then also the aldehyde is converted into directly in carboxylic acid. So that are the two ways whatever I have discussed with you, one with the primary alcohol and second with the aldehyde. Now I am going to discuss with you the third method. This is next method. This is from alkyl benzene. Ki how we will get the carboxylic acid from alkyl benzene. From alkyl benzene. From alkyl benzene. This is the next method, from alkyl benzene. With this method, one thing you keep in your mind in the alkyl benzene, ki at least one hydrogen should be present there. At least one hydrogen should be present with that carbon which is bonded with the benzene ring. And this will be converted in the drastic oxidation of alkyl benzene. I can say that this will be with a chromic acid, or it will be with the acidic or alkaline KMnO4. Suppose I am having here this is alkyl benzene I am taking here. This is CH3. This is a toluene, okay, or I can say that this is a methyl benzene. If it is going to react with KMnO4 in the presence of KOH, KMnO4 in the presence of KOH, that meaning vigorous oxidation is going to take place. Vigorous oxidation going to take place, and I'm going to heat it. Then first of all, though, I'm getting here the potassium salt, that meaning this alkyl chain, this is converted into COO. This is a potassium, so this potassium salt will come. So I'm getting here potassium salt of carboxylic acid. So after that, this is going to hydrolyze H3O positive, then this will be converted into benzoic acid, COOH. They can give you the directly also this equation. Maybe they will be give you directly from here to here. How? The first point they are writing here KMnO4 and this is KOH, and second point they are writing here H3O positive, that meaning on that time directly you have to do this, that meaning whatever alkyl chain will be there, this will be directly converted into carboxylic. Here there will be the no effect related to on that alkyl chain. If I will be increase the alkyl chain, then also there will be the no effect. Like suppose I'm taking here CH2 CH3, this is, then also there will be the no effect. It is going to oxidize in the presence of KMnO4. It is in basic medium. This is a vigorous oxidation process is going on. We have to heat it. Then firstly we are getting it here the potassium salt of carboxylic acid, because potassium we are using here, so this is COOK that we are getting. Same, this is going to hydrolyze in acidic medium, then this will be converted into benzoic acid. So there will be the no effect on this carbon. Before that I have told you at least one hydrogen should be there with that carbon which is attached with the directly with the benzene ring. You can take in this way also. Suppose on the both the side I am taking the alkyl chain. Suppose both the side I am going to take the alkyl chain like this. This is now this is CH, this is CH3, and this is also CH3. Then also there will be the no effect. It will be going to convert into carboxylic. That means this is KMnO4 KOH. This is a basic medium. Second, this is H3O positive, because this carbon also contain the at least one hydrogen is available here, so this is also directly converted into the carboxylic acid. There will be the no effect on this alkyl chain. So this will be, but one thing you keep in your mind, if you will be write in this way, this is the carbon, this is CH3, this is CH3, this is CH3, and they are giving you in this way KMnO4. This will be in basic medium. Second point is there, this is the hydrolysis in acidic medium. Then there will be the no reaction. The reason, the carbon which is directly bonded with the benzene ring did not contain any hydrogen, so this reaction is not possible on that time. It is not going to converted into carboxylic. So this is the second method whatever I have discussed with you, that is the important one. Now I am going to discuss with you the next method. This is the preparation of carboxylic from nitrile. Preparation of carboxylic from nitrile, that is very important method, because this will be utilized in the next chapter also. In the next chapter also it will become preparation of carboxylic acid from nitrile. The generally I am telling you ki how it will be going on. Whatever nitrile I am having, nitrile, this will be hydrolyzed, that meaning reacted with water in acidic or basic medium. It can be possible acidic or basic medium. On heating it will be converted into amide. It will be converted into amide. Again this amide is hydrolyzed in acidic or basic medium. On heating it will be giving us carboxylic acid. This so generally I have told you. Now actually how this reaction is completed, that I am showing you. Suppose I am having CH3 single bond C triple bond N. This is methyl nitrite, methyl cyanide. Now it is going to hydrolyze. So if I'm going to the hydrolyze, that meaning the water is going to add it there. So this is H2O, this is acidic or basic medium, and we are going to heat it. The way I'm telling you, very simple way you keep in your mind. H2O how it will be? This is oxygen, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is. Now these two bond are going to split up. Which one? These two bond, and same these two bond are going to split up. This oxygen will be attached with this carbon, and this both the H will be attached with this nitrogen. So we are getting what? CH3 single bond CONH2. This CONH2, this is the amide. This is what? Amide. As I have told you, the way I have told you how to keep in your mind. This is the H2O. I have shown it here in this way, how it is going to split up. This is. So these two bonds will be split up firstly. Then the water molecule will be split up in this way. Both the H will be go with the nitrogen, and oxygen will be coming with the carbon. Now this will be again the hydrolyze and heat it in acidic or basic medium. Then also you can go with the same procedure. How? Water molecule is there. I can say that this is the bond is available here. This is OH and this is H. So this bond is going to split up in this way in a water molecule. So this will be what? CH3COOH. NH2 and H react to release out ammonia gas. So that one concept I have told you to keep in your mind, how the procedure is going on. So it will be too easy for you people to keep in your mind how they are going to react and how we are getting the compound. Same suppose you want to go with the other reaction, you can take the any other example also. Suppose I am taking here cyanobenzene. Suppose I am taking here cyanobenzene. This is the cyanobenzene. This is CN. So I can say that the triple bond will be coming here. This is same. The hydrolysis process I want to show. So hydrolysis process I have told you how it will be. This is O single bond H. This is single bond H. So these two bonds will be split up in this way. O will be attached with this, and both the H will be come with this. So this will be coming what? CONH2 group. This is CO. This is NH2 group. This is the amide. This is amide, that is the benzoamide. Now again this will be going with the hydrolysis process H2O on heating. Same how it is going to. Now OH will be here, this single bond H. So that bond is going to split up. H reacted with NH2, this is NH3, and both the OH will be attached here. So I am getting it here what? COOH. This is, and ammonia is released out as a gas. So this is a benzoic acid. So that is a very simple concept. Whatever I have discussed with you, the preparation of carboxylic acid from nitrile, this is the way I have told you how they are going to attach. The mechanism is different, but very common way I have told you how they are going to attack. I hope you have understand it. Now after this I am going with you people how to make the carboxylic from Grignard reagent. Now we are going to make the carboxylic from Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent. Everyone knows about the Grignard reagent. From Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent. This is a very important reaction. The reason behind it, because in this reaction whatever carboxylic we are getting, that will be in ascending series. That meaning the carbon whatever we have taken in the Grignard reagent and the carboxylic whatever we are getting, that will be the one more carbon of carboxylic we are getting here. So that meaning this is the ascending series. Now Grignard reagent is reacted with carbon dioxide. The way of the Grignard reagent is what? This is R MgX. This is alkyl magnesium halide Grignard reagent, and it is going to reacted with carbon dioxide. I can write the carbon dioxide O double bond C double bond O. This is the partially negative charge, this is the partially positive charge. On this carbon, both the side you will see it here कि carbon oxygen is present, that is a more electronegative. So what's happen here? This is the positively charged carbon, very less electrons will be available, that is a electron seeking. So what's happen here, this will be the negatively charged will be attack on the positively charged carbon. So this bond will be transfer the electron towards the oxygen, this will be the negatively charged, and this positively charged will be attack on the negatively charged oxygen. That meaning whatever MgX, that positive charge is there, this will be attack on the negatively charged oxygen. Now which compound I will be form it in this way, you can check out. This carbon, this is the carbon, what is going to attack on this carbon? R. So this is R, double bond O is present, this is double bond O. Now here the bond is given the electron to this, this is the oxygen, that is. Now MgX will be attacked there, this is MgX. This is the intermediate product whatever I'm getting here. This is what? Intermediate product, that is the negatively charged, which is available here. Now this is going the hydrolysis process. Hydrolysis meaning I'm going to dissolve in water. Suppose I'm going to dissolve in water, this is HOH. H is a positively charged, OH is a negatively charged. So this oxygen will be take the hydrogen, and this is MgOH, X will be released out, and OH will be attached with this carbon, and I'm getting here RC double bond O single bond OH. So this is the carboxylic. This is the carboxylic acid. So again I will be explain you ki how this process is going to complete. It's a very simple process. This is alkyl magnesium halide, this is a carbon dioxide. On the carbon dioxide, on this carbon both the side electron oxygen is attached, oxygen is a more electronegative. So on carbon the electron seeking, so less number of electron is available on this carbon. This negatively charged alkyl group will be give their electron to this, so that because that is a positively charged, then this bond will be transferred towards the oxygen, this is a negatively charged, more electronegative. So MgX will be attack on this oxygen, and we are getting the intermediate product. And as I'm getting the intermediate product, it reacted with the water molecule in the acidic medium, or H3O positive also sometime it can be written. So H positive and OH negative, this positively charged will be attached with this oxygen, and this MgOHX will be removed out from here, and OH will be attached with this carbon, and we will getting the carboxylic acid. One example I am going to show you with this. In this example you can understand how this will be the ascending order. Suppose I am taking here CH3 MgX, this is plus oxygen double bond carbon double bond oxygen, this is okay. Now what I am getting here, so very simple, this is the negatively charged and this is the positively charged. This is the positively charged, this is a negative because the bond is transfer here. So negative charge will be attached on the positive charge carbon, and positive charge will be attached on the negatively charged oxygen. So what I am getting, this carbon attached with the CH3, this is CH3, this double bond oxygen I am showing here, this is a single bond on this negatively charged oxygen, and this MgX is attached there, MgX. Now the hydrolysis process, HOH negative, this positively charged will be attack on the negatively charged oxygen, this Mg OH this is MgOH removed out from here and OH will be attached here, and I'm getting here the main product CH3 C double bond O single bond H. Here you can see कि what is in Grignard region one carbon is present, and whatever carboxylic I'm getting that is of 2 carbon. That meaning I can say that this is the ascending order of preparation of carboxylic acid. That is why this is very important. Now I will be show you one more way कि how we will getting the carboxylic acid from haloalkane. From haloalkane, suppose I am having the haloalkane, because lots of time they are asking in the conversion. The way I am discussing with you, the 2 ways are available here. Suppose I am having here, this is RX. This is alkyl halide. You can take it there, alkyl or aryl, anything you can take it here. This is the alkyl halide. Okay. Now, how we will convert them into carboxylic? That this is this. So first of all, this is going to reacted with magnesium in the presence of dry ether. So what it will be giving us? RMgX. This is the alkyl magnesium halide that I am getting. This is what? This is the Grignard reagent I am getting. Now from the Grignard reagent, just now we are making the carboxylic acid. How it will be? This Grignard reagent will be reacted with CO2. So I am showing you how it was. O double bond C double bond O. Then how it will be attached? The carbon, this alkyl group will be attached with the carbon, double bond oxygen, this O reacted with OMgX. Just now we have done it. This is negatively charged. Then the process of hydrolysis going to take place. H positive, OH negative. This will be attached with this, and MgOH is released out. I'm getting it here what? R single bond C double bond O single bond OH. This is carboxylic, and the MgOH that is released out. So this is the main product we are getting, the carboxylic from alkyl halide. This is a major conversion. The same, suppose this is one more way I am discussing. Suppose it is going to reacted with potassium cyanide. This is KCN. This is negatively charged, this is positively charged. So what's happened from here? This will be reacted this, then halogen will be released out as a KX, and CN will be attached there. I'm getting RC triple bond N. Just now we have made it from the from the cyanide group also, ki how to make it. So this is going to hydrolyze. On heating, it will be giving us RCONH2 amide group. I have already discussed how that will become. Then again, this is the hydrolyze. On heating, it will be giving us RCOOH. This is. So that way I am discussing. In both the way you have seen, whatever carboxylic we are getting, it is in ascending order, and that is a major conversion also. So please be aware about this. Now suppose you want to make it from the alcohol. Suppose you want to make it from the alcohol, the carboxylic acid, then also the one major conversion you can do it here. Suppose I am having here alcohol. This is ROH. Then this ROH reacted with SOCl2, then it will be giving us the haloalkane. It will be giving us the haloalkane. So after that, the same procedure you can follow it here. So that meaning from alcohol also we are getting the carboxylic in ascending order. So I hope you have understand the preparation of carboxylic acid from the Grignard reagent and from the alkyl cyanide or nitrile group, and that conversion also I have shown you with the alcohol to carboxylic acid. After this, the next method I am going to discuss with you in the preparation. This is by ether hydrolysis, or I can say that by hydrolysis process. Ester hydrolysis, that meaning from the ester how we will make it. The next method is there. This is from ester. from ester that I'm going to discuss. So suppose I'm taking here ester. This is the ester whatever I'm going to take. Let this will be RCOOR. Suppose ester is there, what? RCOOR. This is RC double bond O, single bond O, single bond R. This is the ester. Now I'm going to do the process of hydrolysis. Suppose this is the R dash. Hydrolysis, this is H2O. I can write it HOH. Very simple way I'm telling you how it will be. Now you know this oxygen is more electronegative, so the bond electron is transferred towards the oxygen. So oxygen is getting what? Negative charge, and this carbon is getting the positive charge. So this is the positively charged hydrogen, negatively charged hydroxide. So positive charge will be attached with the negative charge oxygen, and negative charge will be attached in the positively charged carbon. So what I'm getting here, R single bond C double bond O, and this single bond OH. This is the carboxylic, and here R dash single bond O positively charged, H will be attached there, H. So this is the carboxylic and this is the alcohol. That meaning from ester we are getting the carboxylic acid and alcohol. Now same we can discuss here. Suppose I'm using here any base. Suppose I'm using any base. I'm having here, suppose RCOO. This is the same RCOO single bond O. This is R dash. I'm using a base here NaOH. So this is the positive, this is the negative. Same condition is available here. This is the negatively charged, this is the positively charged. So negatively charged, this positive will be attached. This is, and this OH will be attached on this carbon. So directly also you can make it there. So this will be giving us what? RCOOH. This will be giving us what? RCOOH. Whatever I am getting it here, this is RCOO, and this OH is attached there, and this will be going as a minor product. So this is a simple way by which we are getting the carboxylic. That meaning from ester we are making the carboxylic. Already in class 10th you people have read out here the formation of carboxylic from the ester. Now the next method is there. This is hydrolysis of acyl chloride and anhydride from acyl chloride and anhydride. Now acyl chloride is what? R single bond C double bond O single bond Cl. The hydrolysis process is going on. What is going on? Hydrolysis process. So that meaning it is going to reacted with water. This is H positive, OH negative. Very simple way I am discussing. The oxygen is more electronegative. So this is the bond is transferring the electron towards the oxygen, negatively charged, positive charge. Now what's happened here? Then this will be returned back to the electron to this, and this bond is going to split up. Cl is released out. So this Cl reacted with H to form release out HCl, and OH is attached on this carbon, and I'm getting here R single bond C double bond O single bond OH. This is, and HCl is released out. Directly also I can show you the simple way is there ki this will be in this way. H will be take out the Cl, release out HCl, and OH will be attached here. So I can say in this way, but that was the actual mechanism. That is why I have shown you in that way also. HCl is released out and OH is attached here. I am getting it here carboxylic. This is from acyl chloride. Same you can go it with the acetic anhydride also. How in the acetic anhydride it will be going. If I will be show you the mechanism of this reaction, then you can see it the mechanism also ki actually how this is going on. Suppose I have taken CH3 single bond C double bond O single bond Cl. This is, and the water molecule is available here. This is O single bond H single bond H. these are the lone pair on this. So very simple. If you will see here, the oxygen is more electronegative, so bond will be transfer the electron towards the oxygen. Now after that, the bond, as it is going to transfer the electron, so this is the negative charge, this is the positive charge. This is, now this oxygen is going to attack on the after that, this will be transfer the electron back to the here. Now this oxygen, the lone pair whatever is having, it will be attack on this carbon, because this is also the electronegative element, this is also, so carbon is electron seeking, so it will be attack on the carbon to provide the electron. So what I am getting it here, CH3 single bond C, the double bond that is available here, single bond O, single bond H, single bond H, from electron are coming from the oxygen, so this is positive charge, and this is single bond Cl. That is, that I have indicated it here, or simply I can say that this Cl is released out from there, so this is the product whatever I am getting it here, this is minus Cl. I can indicate there negative ion, chloride ion, because as the bond will be coming here, then this Cl will be released out by taking their electron. Now whatever product I am getting it here, this, what's happened here, this Cl negative whatever is released out from here, now positive charge is available here, so what it will be do, the bond will be take the electron from this to the oxygen to neutralize it. Now this Cl will be attached on this hydrogen, because that is a positively charged, so this HCl will be released out. Now what is the left product here, this is CH3 single bond C, double bond O, the electron is coming from the bond, so this is a neutral, so this is single bond OH, so we are getting the carboxylic acid. This is the way as a mechanism, or directly I have told you that you can do it there. Now this is the we have read out from acyl chloride. Now we will go with the acetic anhydride. How to go with that acetic anhydride, please check out. The same way is there for acetic anhydride also. Acetic anhydride, acetic anhydride, if I will be see, this is CH3 CH2, this is acetic anhydride, or I can say that I can increase it or you can decrease, CH3 CO, this is single bond O, single bond CO, CH3, this is acetic anhydride. Or you can write in this way also, CH3 single bond C, double bond O, single bond O, single bond, CH3 single bond C, double bond O. In this way also you can write it. The same, it is going to hydrolyze, the hydrolysis process is going to take place here also in the same way. So how it will be going to attach, this is H2O, I can write HOH, negative positive, any one side you can take it there. Suppose the bond is transfer the electron towards the oxygen, this is negatively charged, okay, and so negatively charged, and this is the positively charged, so this negatively charged will be coming with this positively charged, hydrogen will be attack it here, and this negatively charged will be attack on the positively charged carbon. So what I am getting it here, CH3 COOH, this is also CH3 COO, this is H, so two molecules of CH3 COOH I am getting it here. So this is the way of the preparation of carboxylic acid from acetic anhydride. I hope you have understand about their preparation. In my next video I will be come with their physical and chemical properties. Thank you.